Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving deep into the world of one of the most fascinating gods of the Greek pantheon, Apollo. Known as the god of the sun, music, prophecy, healing, and even the arts, Apollo is an incredibly complex and powerful figure. But many of us only recognize him for his iconic association with music, overlooking the layers that make him so influential across many domains. So today, we're going to explore Apollo's many talents and uncover the mysteries that surround his duality, from his creative expressions in music and poetry to his authoritative roles in healing and prophecy. To understand Apollo, we need to look at him from multiple angles. Most notably, Apollo bridges the gap between the rational and mystical. On one side, he embodies reason, light, and prophecy, qualities that connect him to the sun and the clarity it brings. On the other side, Apollo is deeply tied to the emotional realms of music, poetry, and art, expressions of the soul's depth and complexity. This duality is what makes Apollo such a compelling figure, and it's this blend of characteristics that we'll be unraveling today. Let's start with Apollo's association with the sun. In the Greek pantheon, Apollo wasn't always linked to the sun. Originally, Helios, the Titan, was the sun god. But as Apollo's influence grew, he became more commonly associated with sunlight and the idea of enlightenment. The sun, in many ways, became symbolic of Apollo's power to bring clarity and vision through his light. He illuminated the world both literally and figuratively. As the god of prophecy, Apollo could see into the future, revealing truths that were otherwise hidden in the shadows. His famous Oracle of Delphi was a place where humans came seeking answers to their deepest questions, trusting in Apollo's power to unveil what lay ahead. Speaking of the Oracle of Delphi, let's explore Apollo's role as a prophet. The Oracle was one of the most important religious institutions in ancient Greece, and it functioned under Apollo's jurisdiction. The Pythia, the priestess of Delphi, would enter a trance-like state, supposedly channeling Apollo's divine wisdom to give prophecies. These prophecies shaped decisions from personal matters to matters of state, showing Apollo's profound influence in both the mortal and divine realms. Apollo was, in essence, a bridge between the gods and humans, a conduit for knowledge that transcended the ordinary. Now, while Apollo is often viewed as a bringer of light and wisdom, there's another side to his character, one that shows his capacity for punishment and justice. Take, for example, his rivalry with the monstrous serpent Python. After defeating Python, Apollo claimed Delphi as his own, establishing it as a center of his divine authority. The story of Python also reflects the balance Apollo maintained between chaos and order, a key element in understanding his character. Another one of Apollo's more famous stories is a tale of his love for Daphne. This myth reveals Apollo's more human qualities, his ability to feel deep emotions such as love and desire. Daphne, a nymph, was pursued by Apollo after being struck by one of Eros's arrows. However, Daphne prayed to escape Apollo's advances and was turned into a laurel tree. Heartbroken, Apollo declared the laurel tree sacred, forever entwining his love for Daphne with his connection to the natural world. This tale highlights not only Apollo's romantic longing, but also the idea that love, much like the sun's rays, can be both life-giving and unattainable. Let's shift now to Apollo's role in healing and medicine. Apollo was considered a god of healing, with his powers often invoked to protect against disease and plague. In some stories, Apollo's arrows spread plague, but he also had the power to take it away. His son, Asclepius, went on to become the god of medicine, showing that Apollo's influence extended into the health and well-being of the people. His dual role in both causing and curing diseases represents the ancient Greek understanding of balance in the cosmos, where life and death, sickness and health are part of a greater whole. Perhaps one of the most gripping stories involving Apollo's many talents is the tale of his musical contest with Marsyas, a satyr. Marsyas dared to challenge Apollo to a contest, and naturally, Apollo won. But the outcome was severe. Apollo punished Marsyas by flaying him alive, a gruesome display of his divine authority. This myth isn't just about Apollo's prowess in music. It's about the consequences of hubris and the reminder that even in art, justice and order must prevail. As we can see, Apollo's talents were vast and multifaceted. He wasn't just a god of music or prophecy. He was a figure that embodied the balance between light and darkness, life and death, art and reason. His influence in ancient Greek life spanned far beyond his lyre. He touched nearly every aspect of life, from the natural world to the human soul. In another famous myth, Apollo's powers of prophecy come into play when he foresees the downfall of Troy and the fates of its heroes. Here, we see how Apollo's wisdom and foresight influenced great events in human history. His ability to see beyond the present, coupled with his role as a healer and artist, makes him a truly unique figure among the gods. It's his ability to intertwine all these roles, prophet, healer, musician, and god of the sun, that makes Apollo an enduring character in mythology. As we wrap up, we've touched on Apollo's many domains. His influence over the arts, his prophetic powers, his connection to healing, and of course, his association with the sun. Through each of these lenses, we gain a richer understanding of Apollo's character and his lasting impact on mythology and culture. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the world of Apollo. Don't forget to share your favorite Apollo myth in the comments below. And be sure to check out my other videos on Greek mythology for more fascinating stories of the gods.